After coming out of Jibayuan, Xiao Yin took Qin Yuan to an inn to stay. "Brother Xiao Yin, why are you buying so many medicinal pills?" Qin Yuan was obviously shocked by Xiao Yan's generosity, so he hurriedly asked when he came to the deserted inn. "Of course it's for you to refine medicine," Xiao Yin said calmly. "Ah, refining the medicine for me? I don't need to take medicine." Qin Yuan looked at Xiao Yin in confusion. "You must know that on Do-D continent, the number of medicinal pills that are circulated among ordinary people on weekdays is basically 9 from the 9th grade golden pill that Xiao Yin just put up for auction. He knew that Xiao Yin should be a strong person with some attainments in medicine refining. So Xiao Yin had to make medicine pills for himself to eat. "Sorry. Okay, you don't have to worry. Since you want to follow me, you can't be the same as before, no matter what happened in the past. Now is your new life." Xiao Yin took out the medicine pill just auctioned, and then used an ordinary Do-Chi card to take out 100,000 money and hand it to Qin Yuan. "No, you can take the money and buy whatever you want. If it's not enough, say it again." "No, there's no need for that, Brother Xiao Yin." Qin Yuan was speechless. Thank you, Brother Xiao Yin." The corners of Qin Yuan's moved eyes couldn't help but turn sour. It was the first time someone treated him so well since he was born. Girls don't cry all the time. Qin Yuan, remember, one's birth and experience cannot determine a person. 30 years in Hedong and 30 years in Heshi. Don't bully the poor. Don't worry. I will help you find your parents. Xiao Yin obviously saw Qin Yuan's inferiority complex and hurriedly comforted him. After a night of silence, Xiao Yin left the bed to Qin Yuan. This little girl was so scared that it was time to take a good rest. Qin Yuan was indeed very tired. She climbed onto the bed and fell asleep in a daze. Xiao Yin consciously withdrew to prepare for cultivation. The night of cultivation passed quickly. After all, he just came to this continent, so he still had to carefully stabilize his realm and familiarize himself with the abundant fighting spirit here. Xiao Yin was just about to quit and go to the outside world. When I went to cover Qin Yuan with a quilt, I saw 2 small dimples appear on Qin Yuan's delicate face, as if he had a very happy dream. "Master, what's the matter with the girl you said, Qin Yuan?" Xiao Yin quietly exited, closed the door lock, and stroked the ring. "I told you before, if you want to know this question, you have to refine the Gubin Peiyuan pill, and then give it to Qing Yuan. What you want to know will naturally surface, but according to her current judging from the situation, it should only be a few months at most. You have to hurry up." The Golden Dragon King continued to play dumb with Xiao Yin while looking at Xiao Yin, who was confused. The medicinal materials were auctioned from Jibayuan today, and the ones left by the master are basically complete, but now there is only one magic core missing. What should I do? Xiao Yin asked in confusion. "I just came to the Do-D continent, and I haven't figured out the power of the monsters, so I can't just hunt and kill a monster." Indeed, the magic core of the Emperor-level beast is not so easy to obtain. Today, I looked at the source of treasures and found no fluctuations in the magic core. It seems that it is not too difficult to find one. Go to the Alchemist Association tomorrow. The Alchemist of Do-D continent is very rare. Even if you are a first-rank Emperor-grade alchemist, you must be very popular in this small Qingcheng, a high-level alchemist. It's easy to do things wherever you go, hee. The Golden Dragon King suddenly thought of a good way and laughed. "Is it the Alchemist Association?" There was a slight smile on the corner of Xiao Yan's mouth. Yes, he forgot his identity as a pharmacist. When he was in Do-Chi continent, he was promoted to a pharmacist who could refine imperial medicine pills. It's just because there is no clear assessment level in Dochi continent, so I forgot about it. The morning sun shines on the earth, and the beautiful day begins again. Brother Xiaoyan, where are we going? Qing Yuan apparently had a good night's sleep, and his mental outlook looked much better. 3,000 green silk fell down, and he was very swayed by the sunlight and breeze. Charming. Let's go to the Alchemist Association now, and the medicinal herbs prepared for you are still missing an important medicinal ingredient, so let's try our luck. Xiao Yin took Qing Yuan on the way to the Alchemist Association and kept answering questions like 100,000 whys of Qing Yuan. In the Alchemist Association, 5 splendid large characters stand on a seemingly ordinary plaque. At first glance, the gate will be empty, and what's even more strange is that this seemingly ordinary plaque makes people's soul tremble at a glance, and they stop moving forward. There is actually a soul shock on this plaque. Xiao Yin of the Emperor Realm Soul obviously recognized this means of soul impact. He hurriedly covered the slightly uncomfortable Qing Yuan with his soul power, and an invisible soul power emanated from Xiao Yin. Oh, the soul of the Emperor Realm. It's been a long time since it appeared. In the Alchemist Association, a pale-haired old man felt Xiao Yan's soul power. His eyes moved, and he instantly disappeared in place. The so-called soul shock is to limit the power of the soul within a certain range. If it exceeds this range, it will have no effect. However, if the power of the soul is lower than the limit, it will be impacted. That is, the soul will be imprisoned in an instant. Haha, Xiao Yu's eyesight. You can see through these trifles of our association at a glance. Please come in. A pale-haired old man with a smile on his face walked towards him. Xiao Yin sensed a power that was no weaker than himself from this pale-haired old man. But Xiao Yin was not afraid and walked in with Qing Yuan. Yu reading www.yuyukangshu.com. President, what are you doing? Didn't we drink tea in there? Why did you suddenly come out? Another gentle-faced old man said to the white-haired man who just came out. President, hello. I'm here to register and assess the alchemist. Xiao Yin took Qing Yuan's hand and said to the white-haired old man in front of him, Is it you who just exuded the soul power of the Emperor Realm? The white-haired old man asked again. It's really me. Xiao Yin didn't shy away from answering directly, and it was also the Alchemist Association. Then what kind of pharmacist do you want to assess? The white-haired old man looked at Xiao Yin, who was staring at him carefully, but did not see any clues. The white-haired old man is named by Su. He is the president of the Qingqing Alchemist Association, and he is also an alchemist who thinks he is a first-rank emperor. Standing next to Bai Su is Bai Ruo, the vice president of the Alchemist Association. Because the latter is playful by nature, his alchemy skills are the only pills of the emperor. In addition, the two are brothers. First-rank emperor, Xiao Yin said calmly, as if he was talking about a very ordinary thing. What? You actually want to test the first-rank emperor-rank pharmacist? Bai Ruo looked at Xiao Yin in surprise. Could it be that he doesn't know that the sky is high, and he wants to test the emperor-rank first-rank pharmacist at a young age? This is crazy. Oh, come with me. Bai Ruo immediately ordered to go ahead and prepare for the first-grade emperor-rank pharmacist assessment. The association is strictly prohibited, and no one is allowed to enter or leave. In addition, call members of the association to come and observe. Bairua originally thought that Xiaoyan was coming to assess the ninth-grade pharmacist. After all, it doesn't mean that with the soul of the Emperor, you can test other alchemists of the Emperor level, but this time it is interesting. Don't let me down, Bai Su said slowly in his heart, looking at Xiao Yin, who was calm. Bai Su took Xiao Yin and Qin Yuan into the interior of the Alchemist Association. This is an isolated treasure within our Alchemist Association. It is a small world opened up by an immortal warrior. Here you can rest assured to refine medicine pills to your heart's content. In addition, the assessment of the first-grade Imperial Pharmacist is divided into 3 parts. The first part is spiritual cultivation, the second part is spiritual empowerment, and the third part is soul tempering. The so-called spiritual cultivation is through fine soul methods, and flame, the subtle control, makes the medicinal pill produce a trace of intelligence similar to that of human beings. And the infusion is to give the medicinal pill a spirituality that is not weaker than that of human beings. Dan is like a sky in an underground, and the last is the most difficult soul training. There are almost no exercises to cultivate soul power on the mainland. Soul training can only be done by controlling the soul power, which is also for all emperors. The most troublesome thing for pharmacists is that if they are not careful, their soul power will be severely damaged, and their strength will be reduced. Bai Su looked at Xiao Yin and said slowly. It seemed that he was explaining to Xiao Yin, but he was actually in the assessment area. A member of the Ichian Refining Pharmacist Association outside explained that these are the mainstays of their own association. Did you know? Bai Su smiled slowly at Xiao Yin. Obviously, this young man named Xiao Yin has been paid attention to by the President Bai Su. He has reached the soul of the Emperor at a young age. So in the future, understood. May I start the assessment? Xiao Yin looked at the chairman Bai Su, who was present, and explained it to himself carefully. The vice chairman Bai Ruo also nodded and added from time to time that he couldn't guess what they were selling in the gourd. What kind of medicine? Even more can't guess that the members of the elite pharmacist association behind him are looking at him expectantly. The alchemist examination of the emperor rank can benefit a lot just by looking at it. Assessment begins. Bai Su's words fell, and the sparse figures around him instantly quieted down. You must know how rare it is to be able to witness this kind of emperor-grade pharmacist assessment. So he looked at Xiao Yin quietly. The first round of assessment, Yuling. There are 2 medicine pills provided by the association. Of course, you can also use the prescription prepared by yourself. Bai Sumi smiled and looked at Xiao Yin in front of him. Second prescription? Are you crazy? Vice President Bai Ruo, who was standing beside Bai Su, said in shock. He knew best how precious an imperial prescription was, even if it was inscribed in value. Fei, I took out the second pair at once, and Vice President Bai Ruo couldn't help but feel a pain in his face. You will naturally understand afterwards. Bai Su said to Bai Ruo, TSK, TSK, TSK. It's really a big deal. The first shot is the prescription for the second rank of Emperor. Xiao Yin couldn't help but be shocked. You must know that the prescriptions of the Emperor rank are priceless treasures. Although the prescriptions in front of you are inscribed, the value of them is also very high, not to mention the medicinal materials that are accompanied by these 2 prescriptions. Hey, this is shocking. Don't you think that the people in the Alchemist Association are all fools? If you just revealed your Emperor Realm soul, Do you think this president will come up with such a good prescription for you? Since he has come up with such a good prescription, he just wants to tie you to a boat invisibly. If something happens to this association in the future, you can't shirk it. These people are shrewd. The Golden Dragon King smiled in the ring. Anyway, we didn't lose any money. We also picked up the second Emperor's prescription for nothing. If something happens in the future, it's not too late to talk about it. Xiaoyan also clearly saw what President Baisu was thinking, and smiled knowingly at Baisu. Xiaoyan walked forward slowly and spread out the 2 volumes of the prescription with his palm. Huishu Dan. Its effect can not only stimulate the maximum potential of fire attribute fighting Qigong method, but also has the effect of prolonging life. Materials: ice and snow ginseng, imperial bamboo leaves, fire cloud spring water. Shaping pill. It is rumored that monsters can evolve into humans if they reach a certain strength or devour wonders of heaven and earth and continue to cultivate. Although the 6th grade medicine pill can also help the monsters transform into human beings, the 6th grade transformation pill will cause the strength of the monsters to decline. Even the foundation is unstable, which seriously affects the cultivation after transformation. And the shaping pill can solve this problem very well. It does not affect the training speed, and it is even rumored that Warcraft can switch between Warcraft form and human form at will. Therefore, it is sought after by Warcraft. Materials: Lotus of the Earth, Blood Emperor leaf, ice and snow flame fruit. If you think about it, you can start the first round. Bai Ruo said after watching Xiaoyan and feeling it carefully. Master, which one should we choose? Xiaoyan asked in uncertainty for a while. Shaping pill. This pill is of great use. Now that there are enough medicinal materials, I will first refine the medicinal materials that I am going to find for Guban Peiyuan Dan. The Golden Dragon King pondered for a while. I choose the shape pill. Xiaoyan quietly responded to President Bai Ruo. Shaping pill? That's comparable to some second-rank Emperor-rank pills, even some Emperor-rank first-rank peak alchemists. Even some Emperor-rank first-rank Xianan alchemists may not be able to refine them. This young man actually to make this. Is he crazy? All the members of the association who were watching Xiaoyan's assessment were talking. It's actually this medicinal pill that is comparable to the peak of the Emperor's first-grade Xiandan. If this person can pass the test, then I don't need to ask the president. Yu Kanshu www.com. A girl with silver hair looked at Xiaoyan, who was on the field, was slowly thinking about something in his heart. Xiaoyan thought for a while. Although the master said that the different fire is not an ordinary thing in this duty continent, but the master did not make it clear, forget it, the uniqueness of the flame is unique. The Pharmacist Association, they can't possibly pull me to study it. Only by refining the imperial medicinal pills with different fires can you get twice the result with half the effort. With a plan in his mind, he didn't hesitate, and immediately called out Xiao Yi. Xiao Yi ran out and stood on Xiaoyan's shoulder. A milky white flame surrounded him, babbling nonstop, as if complaining about Xiao Yin hadn't summoned himself for a long time to come out to breathe, and he was suffocated inside, and he even put on an aggrieved expression. All right, let's make the medicine pill first, then you can follow Qin Yuan. Xiaoyan also saw Xiao Yi's dissatisfaction and hurriedly comforted him. Xiao Yi babbled happily only after hearing the words, and the milky white flames around her couldn't help but thicken a little. It seemed that Xiao Yi was very happy. Since the milky white flame appeared, Those present felt that the temperature of the surrounding air instantly increased by a lot, and there were drops of sweat on everyone's forehead. That is Fire Elf. The terrifying flame power radiated from Xiao Yi's petite body, and the discerning person couldn't help but wonder. The black-clothed and silver-haired woman also covered her mouth with slender jade hands in disbelief and exclaimed, "It's actually a fire elf?" President Bai Su, who was smiling before, was full of surprise at the moment, and then his head quickly calculated something. How is it possible that this kid can actually have a fire elf? Vice President Bai Ruo's unhappiness before has become unbelievable now.